Hello and welcome to my first podcast. My name is Max Röck and I'm your host. Today you're listening to Too Much Doesn't Help You. What do I mean by that? Well, many of you which know me more closely know that I tend to, let's say, overdo things. If I do something, I want to do it to not 100%, not 110%, maybe 200%. And a couple of months, a week ago, I decided to run my second marathon. So I also decided to prepare properly this time and follow a strict training plan. So I have 5 runs every week, while Monday is my rest day. Tuesday is usually slow, medium-sized run, I would say. It's like a slow pace, so low heart rate, and 30 to 45 minutes. Wednesday is intervals, or it's intervals usually, and Thursday is the slow 30-40 minutes run. Friday rest day. Saturday I do interval hill runs, and Sunday I do a long run, which can be 60 minutes fast pace, can be low pace 90 minutes. And so I was traveling. I started very good into that training program, and I stick to the training regimen. I done the runs every day when they were planned in my calendar, and one Saturday when I was actually preparing one of the podcast episodes long on Friday, and I had a lot of things to get done on Saturday. I didn't get to my run, so didn't get to my interval hill run on the Saturday. So Sunday I flown out to Barcelona for a business trip, and I knew I won't be able to run when I get there, because I will be at the hotel maybe at 9 or 10 or even later, so there wouldn't really be time for doing a huge workout. So I knew I didn't have the run done on Saturday, so I knew on Sunday I need to catch up, I need to do my runs. And what I did decide, which brought me to the name of the episode, Too Much Doesn't Help You, was I decided to do the Saturday run and just straight through do my Sunday long run. So I was doing my hill run for probably like 40-45 minutes, where I run 6 minutes upper hill in full speed, and then I go very slow for 1.5 minutes, and I repeat the whole thing 6 times. And then after that I run 1.5 hours. Slow pace, but still 1.5 hours, which ended up at the end to running, I think it was 19 or 21 kilometers that day. And then I got to the airport to sit in a plane and travel for the next 3 hours or so. And I got to the airport, to the hotel finally. So I was very, very exhausted, and during the travel time I also had a lot of dinners with my colleagues, and wasn't getting my full 8 hours of sleep, which didn't help my body to recover. So at the end I tried to run that week, but I actually had to do 4-day rest, because my legs were so exhausted from doing the two workouts in one same day, that I couldn't get any other workouts in. And I done a slow run, but I wasn't able to do any intervals or anything else of my training program, so I struggled in that sense. So what I learned from that was, if I miss a day, it's always possible. What is important is to get back on my training program, but not catching up the days I have missed, because by catching up the days I have missed, I put too much strain, too much pressure on my body. And I think that's something which also applies to anything we do in life. If we feel tired, if we feel exhausted, there's not the highest quality of work we can get out of our days. So if we have to pull in a late shift because we have to finish something the next day, we shouldn't push us all the way through to a late night the following day again, because firstly it will make us feel very, very anxious. It won't give us any clear focus, and it will also decrease the quality. It will decrease the quality of our work. It will decrease the productivity we have as well, so we will get less done in much more hours. And that's what I learned from that as well, because through pushing through that one Sunday to get the 2 workouts in, I missed 3 other sessions I just barely couldn't do because my legs didn't feel right. They feel good now, so I can go back to my normal training tomorrow, and then I will do a long run on Sunday. Everything comes back. But through pushing me through too hard, I wasn't able to stick to what I wanted. And if I would have just done the Sunday run, a long run, slow pace, have 1 day recovery, I'm pretty sure I would be able to get back to it. So by trying to do too much, I thought catching up on that program, on the training program I've set myself, I will be able to literally catch up to it, and by doing more that day, being better prepared and helping myself to get back into the training program, while I actually just overexhausted my body, overexhausted my ambitions probably as well, that I'm be able to do that. So now I have to slowly get back onto my training program, slowly increase the tension up again to be able to go back to the speed I was when I overdone it, and then I'm be able to push harder from there, slowly but steadily. And then I'm also be able to, and I will be running faster than 1 hour 50 for the half marathon I will run on the 13th of October this year. So if you have run any 10k, 10 miles, half marathons, or even a full marathon, I will be highly interested and talk to you, get your advice on what you have done to prepare yourself for it, from a fitness perspective. Which training program did you follow to increase your fitness and also increase your speed to hit a certain target time you set yourself? But also on a mental perspective, were you able to take enough rest, not overdo your training programs, skip a day if your body didn't feel like you'd be able to do it? And what was your impression from getting through it, and how did it feel at the end to reach your target and do that? I will certainly do an episode on that as soon as I have achieved my goal, which will be on the 13th of October. So I guess the 20th of October, something like that, or 19, not sure what the Saturday afterwards is. I will do an episode about how I felt achieving the goal of running an hour 50 or faster for my marathon, which was my goal even 2 years ago when I ran my first marathon, but I failed by 11 minutes, and that's where I'm working towards. So if you have reached your goals in that sense, and you have worked through to a couple of months of program to prepare yourself for something maybe even bigger than a half marathon or marathon, or even I have friends who run ultra marathons, which are can be up to 3 times the mileage of a normal marathon, reach out to me. You can feel all the contact details in the show notes below, and please reach out. I would like to talk to you about it, what you have done, what experiences and knowledge you have built through that process, and I would like to talk to you about, or even if you feel like it, come into a shared episode and talk about it together, what your experience was in doing that. I prepared for a half marathon before, but this time I'm much more coordinated. I put it into a calendar where I follow it through, and I also do the workouts based on my heart rate. So I follow a program which makes me train in a certain heart rate to accelerate my heart rate at certain days, and have a lower heart rate on recovery runs and rest days as well. So that's something I'm following right now to prepare myself for it. And if you have done something similar, I would like to hear your experiences. And even if it's a you can see that half marathon pace as a project. So any project you're following in, maybe get your next promotion, or start a training program, create a product for your business, anything you have done in that relation. I would like to talk to you about it, what knowledge you have gained through it, which I can pull into my life as well, and then at a later stage apply it to my life and be able to share about it even more detailed, because I have applied it myself and be able to judge it from different perspectives. So yeah, mainly from overdoing something, I have gained a lot of experience about how I shouldn't approach something when I fall back some days. We always have that, not always, but through months or weeks of training, of constantly doing a certain task, constantly have the necessity to pull out times of our calendar at certain moments to be able to do that while we travel, while our normal life goes on, while we might have other ambitious goals to achieve. We have to follow through it, and during those periods where there's an additional topic, additional focus coming onto our plate, or not onto our daily routine, we have to juggle more things, and when we juggle, we struggle. Some balls fall down, some with the balls, using the tasks we have on a daily basis, some things fall down. Sometimes we forget something we have to follow up because a deadline approaches, so we have to put more focus onto that specific area, and then it might be that run we do in the evening when we get home, or in the morning when we get up, doing it the first thing in the morning, which then, if you oversleep because we had to do a light night shift, we're not able to do that run in the morning, so we struggle through that, and then we kind of trying to catch up on the entire day because we didn't go to bed early enough and we didn't get up early enough, and those 1 or 2 hours in the morning for us, before our life is more demanded by some people around us, where we only be at service to them, we miss those 2 hours we can take for ourselves to work on goals which are close to us. And if we do so, chasing up through the day, we struggle to fulfill all the goals, to get all the tasks done we have set ourselves for the day, the month, the week, the quarter, that half of the year, or even the full year. And therefore, struggle is something natural we all go through, and by not beating ourselves on things we struggle about, we are able to bring our focus and attention back to do the things we really appreciate doing. And by doing so, we're gonna follow through with them, we're gonna get them done, and we also achieve the goals we have. So I struggled the last week to stick to my training program. Now I reflect. I'm gonna be in bed early. I'm gonna be able to sleep enough before the days I run, and I'm gonna be able to push through my runs with the intention I want them to be, with the intention on the level of focus I want to run them, and with the intensity on what is necessary for that specific run. If it's a low paced run, I will put the intensity in to keep my heart rate accelerated, but not go too high for the day, to be able then to rest enough and go into the next day where there might be a training with a higher heart rate, where I have to accelerate my heart rate even higher than I did before, keep the heart rate up for longer periods, and push through that challenge to overcome, to be faster for longer periods than I used to be, to slowly increase that pace, to be able to run it for an hour 50, a little bit less, to go through the half marathon and run the half marathon in that specific time. So what what the takeaways for you are. The 3 main takeaways are: if there's a goal you want to achieve, plan it ahead. Put it in your calendar when you want to prepare for it, when you want to do the necessary tasks for it. Secondly, if there are single individual steps which have to be repeated over and over again over a certain amount of time to improve your skills, to increase your capacity, increase your capability in a certain task, and you fail one day, don't overdo it the next day. Go back to it, do it maybe a little bit more, but don't catch up on previous day you haven't been able to practice a certain task. Otherwise you fell down and you need more rest than you thought necessary before. And the third one, we need to rest. If we don't have enough rest, there's nothing we can get done. And if there's nothing we can get done, there's no growth, there's no improvement. And from no improvement, we will increase our frustration. With increased frustration, we won't be able to pull ourselves back up to do the necessary, simple, but not easy steps. So that's all I want to give you from today, from the learnings I had by actually pushing through and doing more than initially planned for that specific day. So if you have listened until the end, I thank you very much for tuning back in to be a loyal listener. And if there's anything you can take out from this episode, I would like you to take a screenshot, put it onto your social media challenge, or share the link to whichever platform you listen to. In the show notes you can see multiple platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Stitcher, I think Breaker as well, and Anchor, where you can listen to this episode. So if you know a friend is using one of those platforms, take out the link and send it to your friend. If you can see any benefits in it, listening to it, your friends will appreciate you sharing it with them. So thank you again, and until next time.